What the hell is wrong with you?
Oh, you niggas can see me?
Yeah, nigga.
Can't see you. Nigga, this ain't war zone.
I thought I was camouflaged in this whole man.
No, sir.
Wow.
Hey, man. My headset on so you niggas can see me.
This man in a whole suit.
The whole ghillie.
I want to welcome y'all to the second episode of the Creatives podcast. It's still a mess, but we're going to still figure it out.
That's right.
You know, I just got deployed and I'm back. Wife's happy. Hope she's not home cheating.
Man, been in for dance too.
Hey, man, but I am Reese. This is my man D.
Yeet, yeet.
I got my man Anthony on the soundboard, on the sound, on the video, on everything to make sure we good.
Yes, sir.
And I got a new guest. He's another PV alum, my best friend. He done seen me at my highs and he done seen me at my lows.
Real low.
And I done seen him on his lows when he dropped the pizza out the oven on his face.
No.
It wasn't on my face.
No, you dropped it on the pizza face.
Yeah, that man said clarify that.
I came around the corner and you want to talk about seeing a broken soul.
Hey, that's back in the broke days, bro. That's all I had.
That pizza might have been $2-3, but to him that pizza was about $600 steak from.
That was a steak 48 meal.
That was a
boy.
steak 48 meal back in the day.
Hey.
This is my partner, man. He's gonna be joining us today, and see my boy D got on a hat, which means he needs a haircut. My boy J Doug said he just got his girl to edge him up. She need to put a little tape on there too.
No,
but,
sir.
Tell,
No
son.
tapers.
Well, Anthony,
Just leave me alone.
I mean, hey,
Just let it be, bro.
you know he's good. But just speaking of haircuts, man, why are haircuts so inexpensive, man?
Hey, there you go.
I
Number
paid,
one.
I paid $50 for this 2 weeks ago.
50.
50.
50?
Hey.
Nah, bro.
50 whole dollars. And the reason I only paid 50, that was a discount. The guy that I normally used to go to, he charges $65.
Damn.
See, 50 is even up from where I think the highest when I last got was 40, 45. I said, bro, I'm about to be rocking the fro for a minute.
Bro, if I pay $65 for a haircut, you have to change the oil in my car. And then you have to provide some type of sexual favor for me. Go get my wife, whatever it is you got to do.
A haircut and
Okay.
a lap dance for 65.
Ah, damn, like, you know, I'm used to barbers, you know, you spend 30, you know, them niggas walk across, wipe the dick across your damn shoulder and shit, 'cause you got your elbow on the damn thing. And I know they be feeling that, man, but they don't never react.
No.
They don't never be like, oh, man, my bad, bro.
God.
They just be like, I know in their head, they be like, yeah, I got my dick on this nigga. What you gonna do about it? Ain't I'm finna push your shit back.
You making haircuts awkward for niggas all over now. Everybody finna be in the barbershop now. Fuck, man.
Nigga, I paid $65. You better not touch me but the clippers. Don't touch me with nothing but them clippers.
Damn.
But then shoot, on top of that, the haircut that I got for $50, that boy put in some work, man.
Yeah, if I'm going to pay 50, it got to be worth it.
So when you get, so how much do you pay for your haircut?
40, and I'm complaining.
Okay, that's 40. That's what, haircut and beard?
No. If you touch my beard, it's 50.
Jesus Christ.
Well, that's what you said, though. The 50 was for haircut and beard, right?
Nah.
Yeah, mine
Well,
was
his
for haircut and beard, but it's really just him trimming it and touching
Oh,
it
okay. So not
around the side, like not really doing no real work. So I know you got your hair grown out, so you still pay 40.
Yes. I thought it was going to be cheap.
So what do you get? So are they touching up the top, or they
So
just?
normally I get the sides and then cut a little bit off
So you
the
get a
side, off the
taper
top.
and then an edge up.
Yeah.
All right, and then he not even if he
I
touch
told him
that
don't
beard-
touch my beard no more.
Yeah, I do that shit myself.
Don't touch my shit.
I'll let my 5-year-old at the house cut this damn beard. I'll cut this bitch off. But how much you pay, D?
Well, the last time I went was 40, and that was last year.
Yeah, and that's when we both started complaining like you going up to 40. 'Cause we used to go to the same guy.
Same.
So when he went up to 40, we was like, damn, 40? Like you not even, you
Yeah.
barely touching my beard. I'm not even getting a razor because I'm scared that they going to cut my throat one day. Especially when they be cutting this lip hair to bristle
Make you bite down.
and they be going against the grain. They be talking too much. Yeah, man, LeBron, you know, he... Like, I just be like, man, don't... You know, but it's going to be fresh. I don't care. Just touch it with them clippers or make them clippers sharper or do something. But, man, the haircut that I got for 50... The guy, at first I come in, he's all dressed up, nice. I'm like, all right, you know. And the spot that I go to, shout out to them, is called the Gent Spot. Man, they got an open bar. You can get a cigar.
Oh,
People greet you at the front like it's a legit bar at the back, not just a little refrigerator with some Hennessy in there. Like it's a dude back there shaking up drinks and doing all that, man. Shout out to them.
Where that's at?
It's on it's right by what's the golf place? Top Golf on Highway 6.
Highway 6.
Highway 6 and I-10. So
Okay.
Yeah, you sent me. He sent me the IG and the pictures. Yeah, that mug legit, man.
It's right there on I-10. So walk in, get greeted. You know, they got like special little seating area. You got a little ottoman thing where you got a TV in it. You can select some stuff. Of course, they got the game on or whatever. So he calls me over and he trims my hair a little bit, cuts it down. My hair gets thick, so you have to cut my shit down. And then he's like, all right, get it for me, sit in this chair. So he has like a little area where he can wash your hair. So I ain't asked for all this, right? So he's washing my hair, and I'm like, do he know I picked the $50 option on the website?
Hey, man.
But I'm just like, you know what? I'm gonna go with it because you know when you go to a new person, you like be scared to talk. I don't know. I don't know what that's about.
Scared to talk? What you mean?
Like just to tell them, you know, you just be like, yeah, just get a taper.
Oh, you talking about like having like a dialogue? With
Like
him?
with
That's how
somebody
you
I
get
know.
fucked up.
Yeah, that's how you get fucked up. That's why you don't go to the new nigga because you be scared to tell this nigga like, hey, bro, because it's almost like you don't want them to think they can't cut hair if you're telling them too much. So that's I guess that's where my mindset was.
Gotcha.
Puts me in a chair, lays me back, pause. He starts washing my hair, right? He's putting all these different type of natural oils and stuff in my head. And he's scratching. He getting off in my head.
Wow, bro.
Look, man, it is what it is, man. That boy was working my head, man.
Wow, working your head.
just need to have like a pause button.
Hey, man. That boy was scratching all in the back, and then he goes like, "Hey," he's like, "Hey, man, when I lift your head up, hey, just keep your neck, you know, straight. Let me do the work." I'm like, "All right, man." So I'm leaning back. He's sitting there scratching all under the bottle. He washed my head like 7 times with different kind of oils, and then like he would let it sit in my hair to let it condition. I ain't never had no conditioner in my hair. Only time I had it is when I think I ran out of like Head and Shoulders, so I used my wife's shit thinking it was just like some Head and Shoulders shit, but it was something else. My
Shit
shit
make your
was
shit soft.
my shit was soft.
Yeah.
So he sprayed some like peppermint spray on my face, so it's like cooling. She's just gonna bring your pores out. I said, do he know I only picked the $50 option? Cause he talking about some $175 shit. Well, you wash my head 7 times, so he got the peppermint on there. It's exfoliating and all that. Then he wipes that off and he's like, hey, you're gonna feel a cooling sensation. Mind you, he talking all smooth and shit. I'm like, oh, I'm like trying to keep my eye open, make sure this nigga ain't sat on my damn lap or something, man. Charge me extra. So that man puts something else on my face, it starts cooling or whatever. And then like he washes my hair out. And then like he has it, he did something else, like dried a little bit, and then he brought me back to the chair or whatever. And then he starts cutting my hair and all that. So you know how when a barber's cutting your hair and they're touching off in that corner?
Yeah.
But they keep touching it.
They keep hitting it.
Like he wasn't doing nothing bad, but like, cause this is a first time guy, so he doesn't know that like my hair, like, what do they call it? Like a cowlick. I got like a cowlick in the front. So if you just put the shit on the lowest and then go through, you're gonna plug me or whatever. So I'm just praying that when I look at when he give me that mirror, cause he's not spinning me at all. So I'm never getting that quick little glimpse where you're like, oh man, he done fucked me up.
Yeah.
That's the worst. And they still cutting on your hair. So he finishes, turns around, I look, I'm like, all right, I think I found me a new barber. And then he was like, but then I'm like, okay, here's the time to pay. I don't have $175 because that's clearly what he just gave me was the maximum deluxe cut that I didn't ask for. I just sat in the chair and said, just give me a taper fade. That's all I said or whatever. And he touched up the beard. So I'm thinking like, I'm about to pay $175.
Yeah.
So I get up and he was like, hey man, that'll be $50. This is everything that you get when you get your hair cut with me. Hey, next time, won't you try the Royal Beard Transfusion? I was like, okay. I'll spend, that's probably $65. I will spend that with him. Like I felt taken care of.
I mean, and when you look at it like that, it's like $50 high, but to get that level of service, you like, man, you know.
I feel like back in the day, we should have been getting that for the 30, 40 that we were spending. But I see, like, I know times are harder, so like I guess it's inflation or whatever. So
yeah,
You have to offer more
bro,
services.
haircuts used to be $8.
Tell me about it.
Yeah, nigga.
Tell me about it.
$8. Now, I don't know if people was rocking beards how we rock them now. Like,
Not really. Exactly.
Nah,
You know what I'm
not
saying?
really.
Like,
when
is
you
it
think
is
about
it that we're grown now, or
Well, no, it's just
shit just done went up.
Man, just economy, man.
okay? I guess so.
As
'Cause
time moves up, so
now,
does
you
price.
know, with that price point, I'm the type of person, man. If I spend a lot of money, as long as I get my money's worth, I'm fine. Then I can decide if I want to go to you or whatever. But if you just charging 30 and you pushing my shit back, I'm gonna have an afro for the next 2 months before I'll come back to you, because I be cutting my own. Like, and then think about it. I have 3 kids. I got 2 sons. Pay 50 for me, then pay what, 20, 30 for them? It's a minimum 25
So
for a
Carter
Carter.
is 20.
25. And it's a waste of time to take him there and just get an edge up. Like, I could probably cut the rest, because then he's still gonna charge me what, 15?
Yeah.
You know,
At
most
least.
back in the day, you used to be able to just pay what, $5 to get the edge up, and then you could just cut it down or whatever. But like the way my hair is, I like to get a taper, because my hair grows fast, so I need this taper down, because I wear a wave cap all the time. So then I had that line right there, and it would, if my hair is thick, it's gonna be all looking crazy and stuff. But hey, you barbers need to stop pimping, man. God damn.
Did you tip him though?
Hey.
Did I tip him? Yeah, I did. I gave him whatever, because you know nowadays they try to get you with that 5%, 15%, where you can just automatically click it.
It'll show you on
Yeah,
that.
nigga, let me put my $2 on there like I normally write when I go out to eat or whatever. But
It's usually a slot down there somewhere that'd be like custom tip.
Yeah.
You can put in whatever.
so like
you want.
I broke them off that way. Next time when I come there, like, because you know, bro, I have a large head. You probably didn't notice. No one has ever noticed that I have a big head. But
Silent.
bro, with that being said, I cannot, my edge up, like, you want to talk about a broken soul? Push my shit back. Do that shit where the barber will cut your hair and have this sharp,
Bruh.
but then have this mug like smooth.
I was about to go back to that. Them corners be killing, man.
My nigga, you are looking at my head. You are the closest person to my head other than me looking at it in the mirror. You see that that's sharp and that's rounded.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then I hate when, like, everybody can't do a taper.
Nah.
Look at the...
Nah.
I'm not even going to show it. You just look. See, look at the back of my head. Where does that mug transition? Or do you see like a straight line damn near?
Is it supposed to Is it?
See there, that's the problem. You're asking too many questions and not just saying that it's faded.
Oh, okay.
Okay. I like a nice fade where you can't see where it's just hair and then no hair.
See, but I don't feel right judging other people. I have no hair. I can't.
Well, you know the loss. Okay.
Yeah, that's true.
Say,
Let's take a moment just to pray one time for my man.
Thank you.
Our Father which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom. Amen.
Yeah, man.
Thank you, Lord. Amen.
Hey, man.
Hey man, but speaking of trim,
Where are we going? Where are we going?
you know it's got to go back to sex with me.
Yeah.
So I want to ask you. I got 2 questions. It's one question, but you answer it 2 different ways. Where is the craziest place that you've had sex? Or what is your craziest sex story? That's just weird, funny, creative, whatever. Let me hear you. Let me hear you, J-Dub. Let me go with you first.
Well, my craziest place is at your sister-in-law's house.
Yeah.
In the bathroom.
Yeah. And this fool, how you be a guest at somebody else's house? They know you because of me, but they don't know your girl. So of course,
Wife.
His
She's
wife.
my wife now.
At the time, his girl.
Don't say girl.
Okay. Man, he loved his woman. Okay.
You got damn right.
SD, he loves you. Okay. Just bring your name out there because he might say something crazy and then they gonna know who you are.
Stephanie.
You can't say that, man. She works at a school, and you on the Creatives podcast.
Yeah, and yeah. You know this man goes.
Okay.
She posts your stuff on Facebook. She good.
Well, look, I could let him tell it, but I'm gonna tell it.
Tell it.
This man, tell me your logic. Like, what did y'all do? So you're sitting there on the ottoman because I clearly remember it. She loves this man because she's just rubbing on his stomach, and I'm like, yeah, this is the one. He's going to marry her. I'm looking. I see them there. I look away. I don't see them there. I know that they don't use the restroom together because who does that with their loved one? So, Jamel, can you please tell me what was the process? Who initiated it and how, like, did you even get, like, what was, just paint the picture for me, please.
So I think I got up and went to the bathroom, and she came right behind me. I'm like, "Where you going?" She's like, "Let's go in here." So all right. Then
I like that.
next thing you know, it happened.
But you didn't have to dookie or nothing before that, right? You just
No, I just
okay.
had-
Because that'd have been weird. You've been like, "Hey, babe, you got to hold up, babe. I got to
no.
Yeah,
I got to do some real shit up in here before."
Come on, man. You can't take a shit the first time you're at somebody's house.
Hey, mind you, he comes back and sits down like ain't shit happened. Just starts back enjoying the party. And my wife was like, she's like, "Babe, what if they was in there having sex?" I'm like,
the look on you.
if they were in there having sex, I know my guy. But man, that's sorry, sister-in-law. D, what's up? Tell me something.
Let's see. Some years back, I say it was the place for me. So I'm traditional, I guess you could put it like that. I'm the type of person, you know what I'm saying? You know, you get it in the place of your residence, you know, all over the place is available. Bedroom, bathroom, you know, kitchen, all that. But this particular time, you know, back a couple years back, you gotta put that time on it. Yeah, this
You gotta put that time on.
Long time ago.
this was a while back. So me and the girl met up. You know, we was cool. We was close, dating. You know, pretty much. But so we met up, and we get in my car and we driving around. So we get, honey, she's like, "I want to give you some head." I was like, "All right, go ahead." So she doing that, and I'm like, well, once she started doing that, I was like, "Well, shit, I'm trying to fuck, man.
I'm trying
So,
to, yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So we was like, well, let's just find somewhere to go. Wasn't trying to pay to get in a hotel because we wasn't trying to spend no money or nothing like that. So,
Back in the days, you had to be creative. The Creative's podcast.
yeah, you got to be creative. So she was like, well, let's just find somewhere that's like hid off or ducked off. And so we riding around for a little bit trying to find a spot that ain't open to like the streets and stuff. Because I don't like.
You looking for a spot where Batman would be at?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
In the darkness.
Because I'm not a public fucker. You know what I'm saying? So I need.
But you is.
I need some. He's got a point. He's got a point. So we're trying to find somewhere private, and we end up finding this spot that's like, it's like you know the dumpsters, how they had a bricking around it and all that stuff. So we found one of those, and then it's like this office building like to the side of it. So we figured we closed in. So we go off on the backside of it, park. We back there getting it in. Tell me why some motherfucker just happens to be rolling through, and it ain't no campus security or nothing like that. Well, you know, patrolling.
Oh, okay.
The security they pay to run after hours so people don't break in and all that stuff. It wasn't one of them. Just some random motherfucker just happens to drive the backside of the building. And so I'm like, fuck, somebody's here. So I'm in, and you know, like headlights coming around. I can't run. So I just grip around her and just kind of hold her tight.
So were y'all standing outside?
Well, that's the thing. So like we was behind a dumpster thing, and then there's an office building here. Yeah. So I mean, you got the road in between that, but it's only like parking area. So it's like, why would any cars come back here? Mm-hmm. But and then the main street is in front of the building. So we're back there getting it in, and then all of a sudden, this random car just happens to be pulling through. I'm like, does this nigga have a fuck app or something? Like, he can pick up where people you know what I'm saying? So this car coming through, and of course, it's night. So the headlight beams just come right around on us. So it's one of them instances, like, you can't run, you can't...
But were you inside the car?
No, we was outside.
So y'all parked.
We parked
and got out the car. See there? That's how I know D's a freak. I would have been in the car because I'm trying to be secretive.
Well, we've done it, but the car is tight. You know what I'm saying? The back seat.
That's why I'm saying you a freak. You trying to get active.
You make it work, bro.
You need some. I would have done whatever the car allowed me to do, but you was like, nah, come get this meat. All I see is, you remember when D was up under that table with that robo?
Yeah.
And he was like, oh, I'm going deep. I'm going deep. This man was up under a table, like squat, like frogging on, like, I'm going deep.
Hey, you had me doing that when we did that skit, the Mr. Market skit. This man had me outside.
Fam.
In the open.
Oh, when you met your favorite porn star.
Man, I said,
he was doing it perfect too. Pause.
Wow.
Wow.
I mean, I've seen myself, and I'm just saying he had great form. You know?
Wow. Let me guess. That's
Well,
creative.
and then also, were y'all completely naked? Or
No.
Just you had
So like just my pants down. You know,
shirt on.
Yeah.
So your ass is just out in nature.
Yeah, ass out in nature. Both asses out in nature because hers was too.
Well, you know, the girl, she got to get all the way exposed or whatever.
For the most part, like
or throw them pants aside, but I don't like that fabric soaking up them juices or whatever. I need all the juices to be free. But hey, he knows because it was by his house. He lived by a cemetery.
Not now.
He used to live by a cemetery back in the day.
Okay.
I was wondering if you're gonna get to this story again. You're talking about cars, you know.
Well, yeah, you know. So I used to drive a 1987 New Yorker with the plush seats in the back.
Chrysler.
Nice. It said New Yorker, Chrysler, and I think it said Dodge or something.
Yeah, it was all.
This is my grandparents' car, so you know that's why it was like had the plush seats in it or whatever.
Know which one that was.
So me and my girlfriend at the time would go drive all the way out to the country, go to the center. I would drive by his house. He see some lights. I would hit the horn or something. Hey J-Dub, what's up, boy? And he would see me go through there or whatever, and then we would go to the cemetery, and I would drop off the deceased. Or the disquete. I would drop off the disquete back there. And hey, man, and when we be back there, bro, you would think it's nobody back there, technically. I mean, it was people back there.
You was trying to fuck her soul out, huh?
Michael Jackson back there. Looking through the window. But nah, man, I used to always be looking up through the window. Like, if some one of these hands come up out of one of these graves, I'm going to finish. But then we put the hightail it back down this dirt road.
So did you go all the way back to the graveyard, or did you like pull off to the
I used
side?
to go right to the entrance. I kind of felt like I was being disrespectful a little bit.
Oh, now you're thinking about the dead, huh? Now you're being considerate.
I still had to bust that nut though, so it is what it is. But what was the other thing? Currently, she's gonna be so mad. It is what it is, baby. Just don't look at this if you don't want to hear this, because you shouldn't be embarrassed, but you're gonna be embarrassed that I'm talking about.
I'm pretty sure she's been mad a lot of times at your ass.
Don't look at this.
So look,
sure means look.
J-Doug, how long y'all been married?
3 years, almost 3.
Dang, man, time moved fast.
Yeah.
So he's been married for 3 years. They have no children yet. My boy D, he has no children yet. So they haven't had to experience try to have sex with 3 children in the house.
Damn.
You put one to sleep, one's still up, one's crying. He wakes up the other one that you put to sleep earlier. It's a whole circus, right? So you have to find the perfect times to have quality intercourse with your spouse. Okay. So this one particular night, I made Carter go sleep in his room because he has it bad sleeping in our room because my wife just wants him to be in the room. I don't care. As long as I get my sleep, it is what it is. So Carter sleeps in the middle of us. The new baby sleeps in his crib. Taylor sleeps in her pack and play. So it's kid, wife, kid, me, another kid, right? Kind of hard to fuck in those situations. Okay? Kind of hard. So
Fuck from all sides.
So this particular night, I said I'm going to have sex. So I made my son go in his room. He went to sleep. Baby went to sleep. Taylor went to sleep. Perfect. Stars have aligned, right? So me and my wife get into it. But I'm like, you know what? I ain't had it in a while. I'm finna get crazy. Okay? We ain't finna just do the quiet, da-da-da-da, right? Mind you, we still in the room. Okay? If you got kids and they're like young and could be in the pack of plays and sleepers, whatever, you done fucked in the room while they was there. You just got to do what you got to do. Okay? Because the couch be stiff sometime. The floor be rubbing. I'm old. We ain't trying to do that shit. We trying to be comfortable. I want to fuck in the bed. Fucking in the bed hit different when you older and you got kids, man. And the kids is always in the bed. It just hit a little bit different.
No more
okay? They wasn't in the bed while we was doing it, mind you. So the 2 youngest are in their pack and play, sleepers or whatever. Man, me and my wife on the edge of the bed. I'm dropping down off in that thing. Deep.
Tiptoes.
Yes, that's nasty.
Tiptoes.
The baby sleeps. Make it nasty.
Is that the nasty? Give me the nasty.
I'm dipping deep, legs back, like we doing not our normal stuff. You know what I'm saying? We married, we done had sex a lot, so we be doing our normal shit. Legs back, deep, deep. We're so into it. We know the two kids are asleep, right? It's like a movie. What happened next? My son, like a damn ninja, opens the door. We still deep, deep. Walks right by me, jumps on the bed. Literally, like, this is the bed. This is me right here. Deep. Carter walks straight in, hops on the bed, kind of like looks at us like, lays down and goes to sleep. I pause. I'm like, deep. So we both look at him. So she laying like this and she's like, and I'm like, and then we look at each other like, so come up out of there.
Sound effect.
Son goes straight to sleep. So then we go in the living room, finish it, and then we just like start laughing. And I'm just like, you can't, like, that's the best part of having kids is just to have those type of stories with somebody. Like, cause you can't do that without kids or whatever. But hey man, that's my sex story. But before we were able to enter vagina, sometimes when you can't get it or it's not available, all you got is your hand. So we're to that part of the segment called story time.
Oh, boy.
All right.
Who we about to get on now?
The name of this story, I have entitled it Sleep Meat.
Sleep meat.
Sleep Meat. Okay? It'll all make sense. All right? Okay. Look, so, mind you, I told you, I think I said we're all Prairie View alum in the room. My boy J-Dub, we all freshmen came in at the same time, graduated at the same time, roommates, freshman year.
Yeah. I know that.
And, as young men going into college, everyone beats their meat, masturbation. But kind of like when you go to jail, you got a cellmate. And there has to be guidelines set as to how certain things will go down. Yeah. Hey, when I'm over with a chick, stay on your side or just go, stay out the room for a while, then come back. It's certain things that just, we best friends, man. So what's understood ain't got to be explained. We know we didn't even have to have this conversation.
No, sir.
When it came to skeet, having
your
it,
side,
whether I was causing my skeet or somebody else was causing the skeet, he knew to stay on his side. I knew to stay on my side.
Don't come past the bathroom. Man,
so the way our room is set up, it's a room here, bathroom, it's a walkway, and then his room is on this side.
No doors.
The
front door.
Yeah, the one door over here on my side. So, let's say I was doing something and he walked in, which he did one time.
Yeah.
He would see that me doing stuff and he'd either have to scurry quick over to his side or he'd just have to scurry back out the door. So mind you, we knew at nighttime, we turn the lights off. If you see someone's TV on, but you don't hear nothing, or you do hear something, stay on your side of the room. Do not come. If you got to go to that bathroom,
do not come.
If you come to the bathroom, your head got to be down, or you got to walk to that bitch backwards, or you gonna see something that you probably don't want to see. So mind you, I just go to sleep. J-Dub I see the light come from his side. I'm like, oh, that boy finna get in. All right, man, good luck, man. Good jerky. So I go to sleep, but I still kind of can hear something. Coming from the TV, and I see this light. The light, you know how when the TV's changing scenes, it's flashing? Mm-hmm. So it kept flashing. I'm like, man, what the hell? This dude ain't finished. What is he doing? This boy going long and strong. So this my partner, this is my best friend, so I ain't tripping. So I kind of lean over I could see his TV, and I could see his feet. So all I see is his feet around the corner, and I could see his TV. So I'm looking like this, I see feet, and I see his TV. And I'm like, he must got this DVD on auto play or whatever. Just when it start over, keep on playing or whatever. So I go and I look, I don't hear him. I think I maybe hear him snoring or something. So I'm like, oh, he's asleep. Sleep me. So I look at the TV And I look at him, but I'm looking at his face, so that's how I knew he was asleep. So I'm like, oh man, he's asleep. And then the scene changed, and the light flashed on his whole body. So when this light flashed, it's almost like it took a screenshot, man. Like the light stayed on him, like it didn't even change like back to dark light or whatever. And this man fell asleep with his meat in his hand. My mind, I'm not even thinking, oh, I'm looking at the piece of meat. I'm like, how? I'm wondering how. He literally covers right up to the nuts. And he's just like this. Sleeping good. He out. I'm like, oh man, that boy busted a knee wanting to sleep, boy. So I turned his TV off, turned his DVD player off.
Oh, you're a good roommate.
Turn the TV off or whatever. Man. And of course, I left it at that. I wasn't finna pull the covers off.
I was about to say you pull the covers off.
You did more than
I ain't want to, I didn't care if you got a head cold or anything or whatever. So
head cold.
I go to my side and I just think like he has like me and him have to talk. Like he got to know that I've seen this. Like I have to like. I got to roast him. He knows that there has to be some type of conversation said. So I write a note. I write a note that says, hey, man, next time you beat your meat, put your meat up. And I laid it right on the floor because he had like an 8 a.m. class the next day. So I knew
you was probably supposed to go to.
I was probably supposed to go to, but I didn't. So I knew he was going to get up, and I knew he had no choice but to see that note exactly where I put it. I don't know how, but when he woke up, he got dressed. He was about to, all I hear, for some reason, I just woke up. And in my head, like I was wide awake, and I was like, it's go time. I hear him pick up the paper. He undoes it, and I can literally see him read. I can like, he's not reading it out loud, but I can see it. So he's like, I don't know. All I know is I hear it ball up and it flies across the room to my side. And he walks out and goes to class. So it can't end there. So all right, I go through my day. I go to my classes. He goes to his classes. There's always a time where we come back to the room and we're just happen to both be there. So those little chairs that PB had with the little bent metal end that was like you could rock in them. They were like metal chairs. Yeah. So he's over there at his his desk area or whatever. And I walk in the room. I'm looking at him. He looks at me. I said, how, bro? He was like, I wanted to, man. I tried to go for two. Man, you talking about tears, man. No. Tears. And like, bro, like that is only something that can happen with like a best friend, man. That's my partner, man. Like we done known him since we both walked in the Boys and Girls Club, same time, 4th, 5th grade, and we've been best friends ever since, man. So that's my partner, man. So, hey, I just want to say this has been the 2nd episode of the Kreative Podcast. I hope y'all had a good time, and as always, stay creative. Man, hold up!